Hello everyone, Darren Cross here, and this is MBA 661. We're in Module 7, closing this thing out here. So this is the last little piece of this paper you've been working on. The last piece is actually the conclusion of the SWOT. So we're going to start with the summary of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. What you need to do is go back through the analyses and go ahead and find the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that you identified in the internal and external analyses. It's okay to just list them here. You don't have to, you can just say, if you want to have like a paragraph like the strengths identified in the internal analysis where this, that, and the other, or you could just bullet point them. It doesn't matter. You can do it however you're comfortable, okay? Then go through with the rest of the SWOT according to that handout. Matching. We're going to look at the strengths, and you're going to do at least 2 strengths to 2 opportunities, right? So strength 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 1, 2 to 2. If you really care about your organization and you really want to dig deep and provide them something that's going to be useful for them, you want to ideally match all of them. Okay, so and actually it gets more in detail because once we convert and we have some new strengths and opportunities, then you want to go back and talk about those as well. But for our purposes, if you just match 2 strengths to 2 opportunities, that's going to be good. Then we're going to go to conversion. How might you leverage the strengths in order to convert the weaknesses that you have to strengths, and then the threats that are in the external environment to opportunities, right? Then for all of those things that were unconvertible, how are we going to handle those things? What kind of processes are you going to have in place to keep your eye on the things, to manage them, to mitigate them, to figure out how to minimize the impact of those weaknesses, okay? And then you're going to have the final little piece of this, which is the evaluation and conclusion. This is where your editorial really comes in. So this is where you want to say, over the past couple of modules, we conducted several analyses or a SWOT analysis of the goal of whatever that goal was, and you can determine right here that they either are or they're not going to make their goal. Either they are or they are not set up properly or poised to actually achieve the strategic goal that you talked about earlier. And then give them some kind of a plan. If you think that they're not okay, how should their plan be amended? What can they do differently that you think they would put them on a better track for success? Okay? So this is really simple. Either they are good to go or they're not. If they're not, what kind of plan do you think is in play? Okay? And that concludes the paper. That's everything. Hopefully you've gone through this paper and you've done it piece by piece, and it didn't feel like anything was super overwhelming, but what's happened module after module is that you actually did a deep dive of your company, and you've done a linear evaluation of the company as well. So I hope that you feel that, but if not, have a conversation with me. Maybe I can help clear up some things. But I think that this is a good framework for you to look at almost any problem that can exist in an organization from a strategic point of view, so hopefully you can use it. Good luck with everything, and as always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.